changed, and there's a storm inside my head. It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break away. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before, so take it easy, take it easy. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before, so take it easy.
I was afraid to love, wearing a heart that was paper thin. Thought it'd break with each unhappy ending, so I never let the story begin. Stumbled as a moving target, living my days on the run. Here I stand, ready now to fall again. 'Cause with you is where I wanna be.
It is about that time. How's everybody doing this morning? Let me turn down that volume a little bit. Got some new things testing out, as you can see. Little bit with the gotta pull out one of these earbuds. I'm still waiting on my headphones to get here, but got some new stuff tested out with the software and such. So got a camera in a little bit different location, just trying some different things. And it has been a weird morning. What's up, Naz? I see you there. But we are always moving forward, always growing, always working on our stuff. So it is, even though it's been kind of a weird morning, it has been a good one. Been able to make some progress. I was really excited because I am using a Mac, which I know for some people it's just like, oh, how could you? But it is a Mac laptop because you got to start with what you got, right? And so in that way, I have been kind of below what I wish I could be with different things on stream, and still learning a lot of different things. But I saw something about how it was now available to Mac users to be able to use Streamlabs OBS. So I got super excited about that. Last night I was messing around a little bit with that. This morning I was trying to look at it. But then I ran into a bump. And unfortunately, the Mac that I have is a little older. And so it is just shy of the necessary macOS necessities. It needs to be 10.14. I can only upgrade to like 10.13.6. Go figure. Go figure. So I had to re-jump over to OBS and get some things going this morning, but then my computer needed some updates. So, and it got to that 0.13.6, unfortunately not 0.14. So I was able to mess with a little bit. I found out, though, that there was a program that I could connect into OBS to be able to get the computer sound, which I'm really excited about. I wanted to... this morning I was listening to some stuff. Yeah, yikes. Yep, you got that, Naz. That's what it was. And so it probably took like an hour and a half of multiple different updates on my computer, which is why it's 10:20 right now, and usually I'm on at 9 or 9:30 on a Friday morning. So it is what it is. We're where we are, and I'm excited about that. So good morning to you guys. I'm excited. This afternoon, I'm going to be on in a little bit different aspect, probably playing some Destiny. Naz, if you want in on that, I'd love to get you connected in and participating in that. And going to keep working up our ranks, trying to get up to that 950 and then be able to grind out to that 1000 level. Excited to be able to do that. Yesterday, got to play a little bit of Apex in the afternoon. Got some good rounds in. And if you saw that yesterday, it was awesome. Nuck and I, we got a random third, and we went on to win. I think that was the first time Nuck and I together won a round of Apex. So ranked Apex, which was crazy because I'm not the best Apex player, but it's still always fun to get that dub. So, absolutely positive. You got it, Naz. You got it. How are you doing this morning, Naz? Good morning so far. Get some breakfast. I'm guessing if you're on right now, you probably got classes this afternoon, right? Or no, you won't have off school today for some reason. I don't know why I thought that as a potential, but how's that music level? Turn it up a little bit. Trying to figure out those levels here. I'll just put it up a little bit in the background. I've got as you can see, I got one headphone in. I'm gonna have the headphones in the future, but it delays a little bit, and so you got classes in 30. All right. So one of the things this morning is I came across a song that I've heard before, and I just kept playing it and playing it and playing it, and showered this morning listening to it, playing it, and I'm excited because I wanna be able to test out the sound and working through the computer, but anybody who's watching, we can just, if you never heard the song, you can hear the song, you can hear the lyrics, and you can spend some time just in worship, just being encouraged by the lyrics. And so, you know what? Without further delay, let's hop over to that. One of the things I got to do is let me pause this music here. And we're going to switch over. Boom. Look at that. Look at these transitions. This is beautiful. This is awesome. Thank you, Naz, to your help the other day. Let's just go theater, because I know that this is going to there you go. All right. Let's see what this is like. Full screen slows it down a lot, so we're just going here. Spicy.
You're
Awesome. Yeah, man, definitely throw this on your playlist. This song, oh, so good.
Secret to becoming a
what
great
an
singer?
encouragement.
I'm going to answer that
just of
question
who God
in
is
30 seconds.
and appreciating on YouTube is how they keep playing. They keep playing commercials right on the tail end of every video. I love this other song. I want to go to this one just because I absolutely love it. And what an encouragement on a Friday morning. You might have heard it before. I know, Naz, you've probably heard this before. I definitely have played this. But my feet are on the rock.
I can see the clouds rolling. I can feel the waters rise.
What a pair of songs to start off the Friday morning. Too.
Lies that haunt me. Fear won't hold me now. My feet are on the rock.
When I feel my hope about to break, I will cling to your unchanging grace. Let the waters come and the earth give way. I'll be dancing in the rain. My feet are on the rock.
I can see the morning light. I can feel the joy on the horizon.
Now, unfortunately, one of the things I got to figure out is I have it so now the music on the computer is playing through OBS, so that way we can hear it nicely on stream. But I still am hearing the delay. So if I will go to sing along, This was so awesome. I want to go back and actually I'm gonna, hopefully that doesn't go too fast for you. But I'm actually gonna change this. I really like the New Living Translation. I've really begun to enjoy the crap out of this translation, and I'm gonna pull it up and scroll back down. I wish it would have stayed zoomed in. Whoa. Where's it at? It was starting in verse. What? Oh, 14, not 24. Okay. I was like, what the heck? Here we go. Come on. There we go. So one of the interesting things in the background of this is that the Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, he was known for going around and just destroying nations and destroying their belief systems, destroying their gods, and he was coming for Israel, and that's what's leading up into this. And if God doesn't intervene, then literally Israel is going to be destroyed. They're going to be killed. And he gets this, and some of the different things that really stuck out to me, is that he receives this letter, and Sennacherib has said to the people, like, don't believe what he says, don't listen to them about this God. If you do, we're going to kill you. And they're on their way to kill him. And Hezekiah receives a letter, and he goes up to the temple and he spreads out the letter before the Lord, which is such a cool picture, taking this letter, taking this writing, and actually putting it and spreading it out before the Lord. What a cool picture. And after he does that, he prays before the Lord. O Lord, God of Israel, you are enthroned between the mighty cherubim. You alone are God of all the kingdoms of the earth. You alone created the heavens and the earth. Bend down, O Lord, and listen. Open your eyes, O Lord, and see. Listen to Sennacherib's words of defiance against the living God. And what's crazy about this is I think about today, where we are right now, is there's these things that are bearing down on us, right? We have these different things, whether it's different temptation in our lives, or it's the fear of coronavirus, and whether it's our idolization of money, or of education, or of family even. These become our idols and our main focus, rather than the Lord God, who created everything, who loved us so much that he sent his son for us, right? And here Hezekiah says, you alone are the God of all the kingdoms of the earth. You're the only God, and you created everything. And then he reads, "It is true, Lord, that the kings of Assyria have destroyed all these nations, and they have thrown the gods of these nations into the fire and burned them. But of course the Assyrians could destroy them. They were not gods at all, only idols of wood and stone shaped by human hands. These weren't actually gods. They were fake gods. Of course they didn't have any power, because you're the only God." And right now, we're surrounded by the darkness and the fear and the concern about financial stability, and about loss, and about the fear of the virus, and all the anxiety and depression, and all these things that are pressing in on us. Some to some people, other things to other people, all of them to some, none of them down. Of course, because they don't hold any power. They don't hold any true power. Only the true God holds the power. And now, O Lord our God, rescue us from his power. Then all the kingdoms of the earth will know that you alone, O Lord, are God. And what's amazing from this is there's a picture of the Messiah to come. There's a picture of how God has to intervene, and Hezekiah puts all trust in the only God who actually has power, and says, rescue us. You're the only God. You're the God of all kingdoms of the earth. Rescue us so that all will know that you alone, O Lord, are God. If you intervene and you rescue us, people are going to be able to see that all kingdoms of the earth are going to be able to see that you alone are God. The Messiah still has to come. Your plan still has to be fulfilled. And God works if you read on, God works to save Israel and continue on and carry on. And down the line, Jesus comes. Jesus dies on the cross. Jesus rises from the grave. And today we celebrate the Messiah. We celebrate what he has done for us. Sennacherib, these dark parts in the world, they're pressing in on every side. But God is the one who created you. God is the one with all the power. God wants to see you through. And so do what Hezekiah does. Lean into him. Go to him as the one with rescue, as the one with the power, as the one who all will know. Man, we have the opportunity right now to be the ones who show the example, who set the example, who people seek God through, Christ through. So, man, what an encouragement. That's what a cool thing. And you can see how we can see that picture. Obviously, we don't have like a true King Sennacherib coming down on us, right, to take us out. But we have these other pieces that press down on us and bear down on us. And of course, and it's going to, like, fear and worry and the enemy are going to be able to break us down when we put our faith in false gods, idols of wood and stone shaped by human hands. When we put our faith in money, when we put our faith in relationships and sex, and when we put our faith in even family, when we put our faith in academics, when we put our faith in sports, when we put our faith in any of these things specifically, or a mixture of those things, they will fail us because they don't have power. Only the one true God has power. Only the one true God has power. Now, O Lord our God, rescue us from fear through preserving your people so that the line of Jesus would still happen. You had a plan. That you would give them strength, you would give them encouragement, supernatural peace and comfort in this time. Lord, that they can set the example to the people around their lives, the people that they connect with through Twitch, the people that they connect through social media with, the people in their family that they connect with through Zoom and through Facebook chat and through any other house party and any other kind of app or connection today through technology. Lord, let them set the example and let others, all the kingdoms of the earth, let others see that you alone, God, are Lord. Only through you will we find peace, will we find strength to be held up. Thank you for Hezekiah, for what we can be reading right now, even today. May you be glorified, Lord. As this afternoon I spend time here on stream, connecting into a game, Lord, may it be a time that we can connect in as community, and give me the strength, give me the direction, give me the words, give us this place to provide a picture of who you are, Lord, that people who come in would see that you alone are God. You alone are the creator. You alone are all powerful. You alone are God. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Ah, awesome. So good. So good. If there is someone here, throw an amen in the chat, if you will. Just throw an amen in the chat. So good. So good. Naz, I don't know if you... Oh, there you are. All right. I'll see you later, man. I'll see you later. Amen. Yes. Have a good day. Hopefully that's a great start, great juice to your day as you go get started some classes here. I'm guessing you're doing periods 4, 5, 6, 7. So maybe I'll see you latter half of the stream this afternoon. Be able to hop in, bring your warlock in, play a little bit of Destiny. But God is so good. You know what? I'm gonna go back and we're gonna just listen to that song, that first song again. So good. Oh, It's going to take us to the next chapter. Oh, it took us to I am they. I didn't want that one. I want the other one. I want the other one. Can't remember what the first one was. No. What was the first one? Why can I not remember? Holy water. I think that's what it was. Yes. So good. If you're just hopping in the stream now, I am Delkery. I am newer to the streaming community. Been about doing this for about 2 months, trying out some different things. I'm a variety person, and I love a variety of games. And I also love more than anything to just connect and hang out with community and provide. We're gonna go back to the main camera while it plays that ad. But I love to connect with community, and my goal is to make this a place where you can know that you are loved, that you are cared for, and most of all, that you are a unique, unrepeatable, beautiful, and intelligent miracle of God. I want you to know that. And you're welcome to this community. Whether or not you believe the same thing, that's okay. We just want this to be a place where that's family friendly, where we can hang out, where we can encourage and in each other and enjoy the time that we have. And this morning, just spending some time, got to spend a little bit of time just listening to some awesome songs. We're going to listen to one of them again because I just love it. And to be able to, we just spent some time looking in a passage from the Bible that really stuck out to me this week. I got to pray with some people over from 2 Kings 19 with Hezekiah, and a prayer he sends up to the Lord, and it's just, man, it's so pertinent to today. So pertinent to today. So if you have a chance, go read 2 Kings 19 verses 14 through, I forget what it was, like, I'm going to say 20. I don't feel like that's not right, but it was so good. So good. All right. All right, here we go. Let's switch back. And I am going to, I almost forgot. I got to pause the other music in the background. What just happened? I apologize. For some reason that went to full screen.
Like
said earlier, this is going in his playlist. It's going in mine. It's going in mine. Good stuff. Man. So good. So good. Alrighty. Man. So, how we doing this morning? How is everybody? Everybody. I'm having a great day. Great day. So good. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited about the changes and the possibility of different things. I'm really going to be looking into more of Streamlabs OBS and working a little bit more of their stuff. Oh, just putting that background music up. But like I said, I'm going to get the hang of this, right? Actually, I might work on it right now. I want to be able to make it so that way I can just click easy peasy, right? And what I might actually do is... Wait, there's got to be a way. Anybody know on OBS, is there a way for me to just naturally... Whoa. I don't want that. Interesting. I'm trying to... There's got to be a way to add an other source, like audio source. Because unfortunately, I don't have a Stream Deck, so I don't have the ability to just press a button. So it might not be possible right now, but that's okay. That is okay. A-okay. So one of the things I feel bad about is this little guy over here hiding out back here, little Hulk bear. There's a long story to go with that I am not sharing today. And then back here, of course, I got my beautiful wife and I from our wedding day. You'll notice the background behind me right now is I thought I'd set up a different part of my room, and need to clean that crap up. There's some books on there I got inherited from my grandfather and haven't been able to go through, so I don't know half of what's back there. Board games, though, I know what's up there. And maybe in the future... There's a little gong up there, and up on the next shelf up there's actually a bigger gong. Maybe we'll use those in the future. Maybe I'll record some, and that'll be like the thing when people follow and stuff like that. What a cool idea. Be able to add some noises, have a little fun, make this our own. So all about that life. So if you've been watching or are watching, then I'm gonna throw in the chat. I want to encourage you that if you wanna be a part of this, usually every Friday morning, I try to do a Friday morning time of encouragement, a time to just share kind of what the Lord has been speaking throughout the week, something that stuck out to me in the Word. Pray for anyone if they are here and desire to be prayed for. There's some great opportunities in that, but that happens every Friday morning. And actually, I'll put this up. I have a schedule I try to stick to, and am able to go from there. What's up, Sneezy? Good to have you here. Look very wise. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know. Is that a gray hair joke? I don't know. Oh man, but how are you doing today, sir? Um, One of the things that we were doing this morning is I was just hanging out. Oh, thank you for that follow, Sneezy. I really appreciate that. One of the things I was just saying was trying to always make this place better. Trying to always work on the stream. I'm rather new to the streaming community. I've only been doing this for about 2 months, and unfortunately, I console stream, so I'm not able to do much there because I don't have a stream deck or anything yet, and I have a Mac laptop, which I know sounds like a joke, but it does, trying to be able to always upgrade the stream and be able to work from there. Um, and so different stuff. I want to be able to celebrate, share encouragement with one another, and it can be a safe place in that way. And so this isn't about me. This is about building that community. So awesome, thanks. Like the background, yeah. This it's funny. This is actually the first day that I've ever been in front of this background. So it sounds to me like you think this is a keeper. I might change some stuff around. Maybe do some little fun thing of just move one thing and see if you find it. No, just kidding. Well, maybe that's an idea. But some of the books I haven't even looked through yet because they were actually, my grandfather passed away a few years ago, and he gave me his entire library, pastoral library, and I so many books I haven't been able to go through. And so this was one or two book boxes, trying to clear out some boxes, just throw some on the shelves. I got to go through, I got to fix it up. So, yeah, this morning, actually, we, I don't know how long you've been on, but we've been able to spend some time, we're listening to some songs, which, I would not be opposed to pulling up again and listening to. They're just great songs of encouragement to be able to just get hyped this morning. I myself am 28, 27. Oh my goodness. I can't even keep track of that. I'm getting old. No. Yes. So I'm in my late 20s, and so I know it's kind of a late start into this realm, but I have a heart for people, and I want to be able to provide, like I said, a place of encouragement and love and hope, and those are things that I get through my relationship with Christ. I know that I am loved, and I experience joy every day because of that. And so so this morning we got to be able to talk a little bit about Hezekiah's prayer from the Bible, and be able to spend some time doing that. It's pretty awesome. This looks like a podcast with them. Hey, so funny story. One of the reasons why I got this mic, in the future, they're pretty nice. That was a bad joke. But I wanted to actually look at being able to have a mic. It's a USB mic, so it's not the highest of quality, but it's a quality mic. It's a Tonor Q91 that is affordable, but good quality, if that makes sense. And so I got this one because I actually was learn and to be able to grow. So I don't want to overdo it. I'm a soon-to-be dad. My wife and I are expecting in August, and so I don't want to get too overly involved in new ideas and new passions before I kind of see what we can manage. And so right now, I'm just focusing here on the streaming game. Thank you, Sneezy. I appreciate that. I'm excited. A little scared. Not gonna lie, it's our first. So, but we're excited. And excited to be a dad. And don't know what that's gonna be like. But I had the privilege when I was growing up. Actually, my mom had remarried, and she and my stepdad had my two youngest sisters, and so I had the opportunity in high school. I don't know if that's the word for it, but I had to help raise them when I was in high school. So I have a little bit of experience, but from what I hear from everybody, it's completely different when it's your own. So we'll see. One of the things I had actually contemplated was, with this whole podcasting idea, was actually beginning a podcast along the idea of talking about different things that I'm facing and thinking through, and sharing stories and sharing, thinking through those things. in a positive, biblical based worldview. And so sharing some fears, sharing some excitement, sharing some past stories, sharing some future hopes, things like that. But I don't know. Would that be something you'd listen to? Anybody in chat you'd listen to? Sneezy, you think you'd listen to it? I'm not as like I've been around the podcast thing for a little. I've got the mic, right? I've got, I've looked into different ways you can do it with Audacity. I mean, here I've got a Mac, so I can run GarageBand, and so I have the pieces around me. It's just the biggest thing right now is just that time. Time is a precious commodity, correct? And so I'm a part-time youth pastor, and then I'm on here part-time, pretty much streaming, and whether I'm game streaming or I'm just chatting or we're praying and encouraging community, any of those things, mix all those things together in the week. Usually I work at the local high school too with substitute teaching and coaching and stuff, but right now coronavirus has kind of delayed that. Pennsylvania has ruled that schools will not be returning, and so with the current court, it's the perfect time. Yeah, definitely. And so I've just been leaning into that because it's funny how it works. I'm a believer that this was actually big timing by God. And I'm not saying, do not mishear me, I'm not saying that coronavirus was something God was using to put me in a place to be able to do. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I really believe I had got started with the idea and really started to lean into Twitch. I think it was back in January, and I really got excited about it. I had some conversation with my wife. Sent you, and I don't know that's gonna do anything, but clout? No, I'm just kidding. But in that, I started to have that, and I was just like, man, I want to be able to just create a place of encouragement, to be able to share the gospel. My heart truly is to be able to share the truth of what Jesus has done in my life and what it can do for others. And so I was just like, you know what? Honey, if you're okay with this, I'm gonna get this started. And so I jumped in, and it's been nothing but fun. It has been nothing but fun. It's slow grind with building a community, but the Lord has been blessing each and everything. People like yourself, Sneezy, jumping in at different times, join into conversations, and building our community. And so I was messing with that last night and this morning. Discord, I'm looking to really build an available community in Discord, but it's a slow grind. I'm not gonna lie, and that's why today's the first day in front of this background. I wanted to try it out and see what it was. I naturally have this chair in the corner anyway, so I'm not high tech with the gaming chair, unfortunately, but I got the swivel, the tornado. But it's a lot of fun. It really is. So Sneezy, if you don't mind sharing, it's completely up to you. Like, where are you from? Like, what are your interests? Like, what are you a gamer yourself? Are you somebody who just connects into the chatting realm? Let me know a little bit about you if you feel comfortable. Completely fine if you don't. That's okay. Want this to be a place of comfort. From South Africa. Oh, awesome! Wow. I tell you what's really cool is the reach that Twitch has. It's really phenomenal because I'm just a tiny streamer from Pennsylvania, United States, and I've interacted with somebody with Stiggy, a guy in our community from Denmark. I've interacted with someone from I think it was Dragon Girl from Portugal, over in Europe as well, and you're from South Africa. It's crazy. This is awesome. It's just awesome. That's a really awesome opportunity that exists, and that's really cool. South Africa. I have never been. In fact, one of the things I would love to do more, obviously got to wait, coronavirus holding us down, right? I would love to try. I was to Jamaica for a missions week once, but other than that, I haven't been far, and I want to go places, man. So I will say this: of South Africa, I do know of, is Johannesburg? Is that correct? Yeah, see the world, definitely, definitely. Um, yes, okay, yeah. How close would you say you are? Um, because that's that one landmark, that one place on the map that I know, um, and so I'm curious, like, or drive. Oh, so you're you're not very close. Okay, all right. That's all right. I actually I felt really bad the other day. Cape Town, yes, I've heard of Cape Town. Yes. I'm actually going to, because I'm not afraid to admit my lack of knowledge with things. And so I want to, I'm pulling up my browser right now to look up to get a physical picture of where we're talking about. I'm not going to put it on screen because I don't want to dirt it out. Okay, so you're down around there. Okay, so you're down closer to the tip. Table Mountain. I have not heard of Table Mountain. Is that a specific the point? You're down at the point. Okay, all right. That's what I'm seeing on here. Is are you closer to Cape Town or Port Elizabeth? I don't want people to triangulate your position. Looking at the size of the world in comparison to where I am right now, to where you are right now. That's nuts that we can be connecting like this. That's crazy. Yeah. A beautiful country. Man, I tell you what. I've heard a lot of great things about South Africa. I've heard a lot of great things about looking up at Europe, Italy. Possible places to look in the future if I can ever travel. But we'll see what the Lord allows in the future. It's fun. I'm a little bit more of a hopeful traveler than I think my wife is. I think she enjoys to be new places, like to go new places, but she doesn't like the travel portion. She hates flying, and so longer trips, not a big fan of. We actually we're supposed to head to Hawaii. We're supposed to be in Hawaii actually on our way today. We were supposed to be arriving today to be there for a week and a half of vacation with some of our friends, but unfortunately, good friend Corona stopped by and prevented us from traveling. And so, luckily, people are like American and such. They're respecting your miles, and so they're holding it on to you so you can use it later on in the year. But man, it stinks. But you know what? In the end, I don't think it stinks because I get to be on right here at 11:15, Eastern Standard Time, and I wouldn't have met you. Oh, look, and that's exactly what you said. Awesome. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength. Same wavelength. Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. So, are you yourself in your 20s and your teens? Are you are you a teenager? Are you a 20-year-old, 30-year-old? Where are you at? You again. This is stuff you don't have to share if you don't feel it. 17. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Do you game at all? Gotta always hydrate. Always hydrate. Yeah. What games do you play? I guess I should ask too. What system? Are you Xbox, PS4, Switch, PC? Your PC. All right. Are you a PC master race person? Or are you just PC respecting other consoles? Like, come on, let's be friends in this. PC with a data boy. All right. All right, nice. Like I said earlier, I hope to be able to get a PC in the near future, but we're gonna kind of ride things out and see where things go. Don't want to invest too much money in a place like that when I know I got a little one coming. So, but I am actually when I game, I am actually on Xbox. So I'm all about trying to connect with community in different games, and so one of the things I love to do is try to be able to connect, obviously, in cross-platform, because then people who are on PC, PS4, different things like that, we can connect. I'm very involved with the community. What do you mean by community? Are you talking about in your local community? You're very involved? Or are you talking about here on Twitch? You're very involved. Okay. All right. Sweet. So maybe I'm willing to bet you already did this. If you didn't, then here's my recommendation: is you hit that bell so you get notifications, and we can connect when I'm back on with different game streams and see if we can get you into some things. One of the big things I look to adhere to, already did. Pff, you're ahead of it. Boom. You are a legend. And so one of the things I look forward to is always having a family friendly. And I'm sure usually that's not something I have to be too concerned about. But if we connect through chats, through gaming, through say for example like Fortnite, it's just an easy one to talk about. Fortnite or Call of Duty. Call of Duty is an easy multiplayer, cross-platform multiplayer one. Then it's that understanding that there's not going to be flagrancies and different stuff like that. That's the only thing that I ask for. So that way anyone, whether they're with their parent and they're 9 years old, all the way up to an 80-year-old watching Twitch, anywhere in between, anywhere outside those parameters, that they can be able to jump in this community, and parents and everyone can know that this is a good, safe place where they can be. So what's your game? Are you an FPS person? Are you a MMO? What are you all about? On a side note, while you're typing that, these games up here, I've actually contemplated trying out doing some sort of stream based around connecting the community. I'm not so sure about how I would do. I'd have to spend some time processing that. If we were to do stuff like some board games, it'd be cool to be able to pull one of them out, have a camera on it, be able to play with the community. But obviously would take some formulation, some planning, but down for anything. Oh, that's awesome. So actually this afternoon, usually on Fridays, I try to be on 9 a.m. This morning there were some computer issues, but we're here. And usually 9 a.m. I'm on to spend some time of encouragement, maybe something that I read in the week, something that I want to be able to share, something that the Lord's laid on my heart, to be able to pray for people if they're in need of prayer. And usually that's at 9 o'clock. And then at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoons, I usually am on a game stream. So the setup changes a little bit. It's one of the negatives about kind of my setup right now, but hey, we're gonna go with what we got, right? And I set up and connect in through the Xbox. And so today I was looking at connecting in through Destinies. Are you a Destiny 2 guy? Destiny 2? What is your ethnicity? Well, I am Caucasian, I guess is what the official term would be. I have family. Let me think for a second. I'm a mutt. I'm a mutt. I'm a mixture of a lot. I had, I think my mom's Graham side was from like Native American mixed in somewhere way back down the line. I don't know on my biological father's side where things are, but I'm a mutt. So. Oh, sweet, you have Destiny 2. Okay. So, here's the thing. I don't know that we can play Destiny 2 together until I get onto a PC. That's the unfortunate thing. The positive is we can both be grinding and being able to connect in and share some insights and different things that we're finding out and different things like that. But unfortunately, it's not cross-platform, so I can't connect Xbox over to you with PC. Man, but that's awesome. I've been connecting a lot into the Destiny 2 community. I got connected through a guy I had mentioned earlier, Susie Live. He calls himself a small streamer. I would say he's a medium streamer. But when you average almost triple digits every time, you're not a small streamer, in my opinion. But that's okay. He's worked to get there, and his community is awesome, and he is a great streamer, a great man of God, and he is actually the pastor. I'm kind of advertising for him, I guess, but he's the founder and pastor of the first ever online church for gamers, God Squad Church. Which is awesome. I host their service. They have a 1:30 and 7:30 service that runs from God Squad Church on Saturdays, so you can jump in and join through that. I host them, so if you're curious how to find them, you can go through that. You can just come to this channel and go through the host. But he got connected into Destiny a lot while I was watching, and so I had played and I had enjoyed it. And so I got back into it. It's one of those things where, you know what? I see somebody else riding a bike. I should probably start riding that bike again, And I enjoy it. There's just the biggest thing for me is that it's like drinking from a fire hose. There is so much that you can do in it. And it's honestly, from me, I've never really played MMORPGs. And I know it's an FPS MMO, but I've not really, like, the PvP stuff that they have on there. I've played stuff like that before, obviously, just simply Call of Duty. You can play domination style, you can play those Crucible style of things. But I've not done a lot of the other pieces, and one of the difficult things is my head keeping up with all of the different quests and what bounties do I need to run, and I need to go do a strike, and it's been a lot. But the community of people in Destiny 2, from what I've seen on Susie's stream and what I've interacted with, I have some buddies who have played Destiny 2, and some of them will probably be on with me this afternoon. So you can definitely, I would encourage you to come back and check in then, as well as we play a little bit. But it has been a super friendly and just fun group, fun hangout, fun gameplay. And so I'll say it now before you come in with expectations of anything else, but I'm not the greatest. I'm not the greatest gamer, but I just enjoy gaming, and I enjoy hanging out with people who are gaming. And so it's just a lot of fun. So that's what we try to do. We try to have some fun. Yeah, we try to win games, and we try to do that, but I'm not about to get sweaty. So I'm not about to get sweaty. I'm more about being able to help out my teammates and help out the people I'm hanging out with, but also being able to check in on chat, and while I'm playing, be able to check in, and if somebody's saying something, or be able to interact and hang out and have a good time. So are you a Fortniter? Fortnite, I'm trying to think of some crossplay ones that I have. Fortnite, I have seen Ark. I actually have Naz. He was actually connected with. You guys didn't get to interact with one another, but he was on a little bit this morning. He actually he's one of my teens within my youth group. He plays Ark. You're talking about Ark Survival, right? Ark Survival Evolved, or whatever that's called. Am I understanding that one correct? If I am, he has played that quite a bit and has told me about that, and I'm gonna highlight that one. I have a list of games. When I first started streaming, when I got on the first couple times, I started interacting with different people and asking, "Hey, what are some thoughts of games for me to check out?" And I'll add that one to that list. And I wanna take some time to be able to look at it, because some of the things that go into it obviously are purchases and stuff like that. I got to look at those things, and so another one that some people have said was Minecraft. I have never played Minecraft. Hold your gasps. I have never played Minecraft. And when I talked to some people about streaming, that was like the one thing that everybody, even people, even teenagers I knew who had never, would not be caught dead gaming, they were just like, dude, Minecraft. I'm a person that likes giving things away, so if you get on, I'm here. I will hook you up. Oh, nice. Do you yourself stream, Sneezy? Are you yourself a streamer? No? Okay. All right. I always want to check in with that, because I'm all about, I want to be able to check in and network. You know what I mean? I don't want to, like, hey, thanks for your follow, I'm gonna take that and run. No, man. I wanna check out and be able to invest back into the community. That's part of what community is, in my opinion, right? So, how do you give things away in chat? I'm not sure I quite. This might be an ignorance thing, in the fact of, like, maybe I don't have a good grasp yet. Not quite sure. Gift through stream. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Well, dude, that's awesome. I really appreciate that. I know right now, unfortunately, as a starter, I haven't reached affiliate, and I'm not sure how all the giving stuff works and how all of that works. But even you just mentioning that idea, I really appreciate that thought, that you would even think to bring that up in conversation while we're on stream. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how all that stuff works yet. And maybe that's a boo on me for not setting that up first. But the only thing I know of is, like, when I first set it up, it pointed me to something with, like, setting up through Streamlabs, I think, underneath the Twitch video or something like that. But I definitely, one of the things I love about that is, in the future, if people want to support, because I want to be able, like I said, continue to build the stream. So one of the things I want to do is, in the future, if people support, I want to be able to put that back into the stream so we can make it better. And then obviously, I'm not going to try and hide the fact that I think with becoming a future dad, anything that somebody supports will be supporting the stream in the way of, it'll be provision for my wife and I as well. But I want to be able to set up the pieces to where when people do that, we can celebrate that. The pop-ups on screen. I just haven't figured all that out yet, unfortunately. So, but I appreciate that. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, man. I'd love to, in the future, do different things as well. So, like, marbles on stream and different stuff like that. So that we could... I'm sorry, I just got a text, actually, from somebody else in our community. From Naz, who I was talking about earlier. I played a couple songs on stream this morning. And you can also, like, hype to them. They were great songs. A lot of you came in at a great time, because I think, you guys good with that? They're 2 songs, and they're super. If you listen to the lyrics as well, not only do they have some hype feel to them, but they're also super encouraging. Super encouraging. And one of the things that it allows me to do is, as Sneezy, I was talking about, trying to build up the stream and trying to make it better and such. One of the things with that is, there we go. The mic came back. It went out. I apologize. but I'm on a little delay here. Sorry, guys. But I lost my train of thought because the mic went out. ADHD. This is what happens. Woo! Squirrel. No. I'm like a dog that loves to stare at the window. You know, that's my quarantine life. But that's what I was talking about. I just remembered. The other day, actually, Naz, one of the guys in the community, he had hung out with me and actually helped me test out some different scene stuff. And so now, this is a pretty cool thing. I can't do this, and Alive, some of this stuff may actually trick you out. You had said the other day when I connected you with you on stream that it looked like I was on PC when I was on Xbox. Is when I'm on here, I am on computer. And I can do different stuff like this. Check this out. If I be like, boom. Oh, nothing came up. Well, that was effective. But this here, like, I can change scenes. I've been working on stuff like that, which is really cool. I'm excited. It's fantastic, right? A little bit of Jack Black there for you. But with that, on the I'm going to pull up another browser page, and I'm going to go to that YouTube. If you guys are cool with that, jam out for a second. I gotta send back. Naz was just like, dude, what was the name of that second song? And I'm like, I want to listen to it again. But need a capture card so I can use all the rad Streamlabs stuff in gaming streams. Yeah, I tell you what, I was actually contemplating, Sneezy, here in the U.S. there was actually a stimulus that was sent out for people of certain incomes and stuff like that, to help the economy during this time where everybody shut down. And Alive, I was actually contemplating using some of that towards getting a PC. Oh, dude, if you got a buddy who has an Elgato, man, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Alive, I didn't say anything in chat the other day, but when you first mentioned that, you could tell that you didn't know what that was when you said you didn't know what that was, because you called it a Delgado. And I thought it was hysterical, but I was like, I'm not gonna call him out. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but I thought it was hysterical. I kid you not, I turned to my wife who was sitting next to me, and I said to her, dude, he sounds like me. Because I had no clue at the beginning of it all. And as I'm looking up all this stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, I never even heard of this brand of stuff before. And so I just thought that was funny. I thought that share that with you since you hopped in with us. But still figuring this all out, because again, I'm on a MacBook Air. And so unfortunately, here's a cool thing. Alive, I don't know if you're a PC or Mac person anyway, but Streamlabs OBS just released a version that works with Mac. The unfortunate thing for me is this was a Mac that was gifted to me, and it only upgrades to like 10.13.6, and you have to have 10.14 to be able to use Streamlabs OBS. So I'm just rocking out with just good old OBS, and I'm just using Streamlabs online as best as I can. But just trying to test out different things as I interact with. Let me go over here, like this stuff here. If I go, boom, this is some of the stuff I was talking about live the other day. Boom, just setting up commands. And all you do is type in the exclamation point and whatever you set it up as, and then it shares what you shared. So if either of you guys want to see, you know, when we're going to be live and stuff like that, Twitter is where I usually send out something. The YouTube channel is very young. I haven't got much content out on there yet, but we're working on it. We're working on trying to make that happen. And TikTok, that's just a fun place. I've had a lot of fun with that. You can check out some of my content on there, both from personal, having a good time, as well as some gameplay content. But I'm going to hop over to that song I was going to look up, and it's called Holy Water. and is a lot of fun. And I'm just gonna. It's by We the Kingdom. And I had heard this song before, but this morning I was listening to it. I was just like, dude, I want to share this. I want to share this with somebody. Sneezy. Ooh, TikTok. Are you a TikTok person, Sneezy? Is that where you are? Is that why the ooh? I have enjoyed TikTok. I'm not gonna lie, I have enjoyed it, and it's just a lot of fun. I actually was just looking at it this morning and thinking, you know what, I could go for uploading some new content because I haven't done it in a little bit. When you start scrolling, you can't stop. Yeah, because there might be something funnier below it. There might be something that's great to watch, you know? I love it. I love it. I got my one buddy on it as well, and now he's putting out content. And I'm not going to share his name because I don't know that he wants me to just share his name. But yeah, so here, I'm going to switch over to the dude. I tell you what, Naz helped me get some of this stuff where it needs to be able to transition. And look at this. Isn't this crisp? This is pretty sweet. And I know for somebody who has done this probably is just like, dude, why is this guy so excited? But listen, this is the very first day that I get to try this stuff out. So I'm excited. I'm super pumped. So I got to go back and pause that background music right now and then hop back over, I'm going to crank that volume a little bit. And as I do that, I'm going to go over and I'm going to hit me some play. This is the song, one of the songs we listened to this morning. It's just so fun, so good. Alive has a TikTok, but I'm not in on that. I'll have to check it out, man. I'll have to check it out. How's that sound level? Is that good sound level? One or two parts in this song that just hit, and I love it. These lyrics really hit this story.
Your grace, God.
They truly are, man. And I tell you what, just those two songs this morning. You know, my feet are on the rock, and when my feet are on the rock, I don't want to misuse the grace that's been given to me. Like, man, I love it. This morning, I got to, I just shared a little bit, and I'll share a little bit with you guys kind of what I was able to talk about and some of the stuff that I saw. Earlier this week, I got the opportunity to be able to pray with some pastors. You know, like every other week, we have a prayer time. We call it PUP, Pastors United in Prayer. And we get to pray together. And this, obviously with coronavirus and stuff, we did it over Zoom this time. And when we did it, the one who led us this week, he went to Hezekiah. Yeah, the famous book of Hezekiah, right? No, he went to 2 Kings 19 to Hezekiah's prayer. And in there, it's amazing. If you get a chance, Hezekiah, oh my goodness, I did it again. 2 Kings 19, starting in verse 14. And actually, what I'm going to do, because I'm all about using this new ability that I have. Let's go to BibleGateway.com and let you guys. Well, that's the wrong one. We'll get this. Thanks for your patience. Where's that? I got too many tabs up on a small screen. Interesting. That is interesting. I want to show you this other screen, but for some reason, I can't find it. Where's Waldo? Can anybody see him? I cannot find Waldo anywhere. His stripes aren't sticking out right now. That's really interesting. All right, so that might not happen. I think I'll just switch back to, but back in Hezekiah, it's really cool, and it's such an encouragement too, in today, with everything happening across the world. Oh, that's no problem, Alive. That is not a problem at all, because what you're about to hear is about to blow your. I'm just kidding. It's blow your mind. I'm just kidding. It's just me speaking, but I'm about to read from the Word, so maybe it will blow your mind. 2 Kings 19. Here we go. It's loading for me. Yeah. Verse 14, it says this. After Hezekiah received the letter from the messengers, and I'll go back to that in a second, and read it, he went up to the Lord's temple and spread it out before the Lord. And so what's crazy about this is just literally, just to give 2 seconds, or not 2 seconds, but 1 minute of summary, is that you have Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, who's about to bear down on Israel and kill him. And honestly, if God doesn't intervene, Israel is going to be destroyed and is going to disappear off the face of the earth. And because Sennacherib is known for this, and we see this later in this Hezekiah's prayer. But he says, and Hezekiah prayed this prayer before the Lord. O Lord, God of Israel, you are enthroned between the mighty cherubim. You alone are God of all the kingdoms of the earth. You alone created the heavens and the earth. Bend down, O Lord, and listen. Open your eyes, O Lord, and see. Listen to Sennacherib's words of defiance against the living God. And the message says this. It is true. Oh, he reads it. Sorry. It is true, Lord, that the kings of Assyria have destroyed all these nations, and they have thrown the gods of these nations into the fire and burned them. But of course, the Assyrians could destroy them. They were not gods at all. They were only idols of wood and stone shaped by human hands. Now, Lord our God, rescue us from his power. Then all the kingdoms of the earth will know that you alone, O Lord our God. Dude, this is rich. There's so much here. And what's nuts, I got to get ready for this. What's crazy about this is a couple of things. Is one, there's this darkness of things that are pressing down on Israel, on Hezekiah, on all the people in Israel, and they're about to face death because of Sennacherib. And when you look at all of the other nations that Assyria had come through and destroyed, they were focused on other gods. Gods made by man, the hands of man. They were burnt, they were destroyed, and they didn't have power because they weren't really gods, Think about today. Like, we got this big fear about coronavirus. And I think it's smart. Like, there's a difference between fear and being smart, right? And we got this fear, this worry, this anxiety, the depression for some people, like things that are pressing on us so much. And then other things, you see people who have relied so much on finances and money, people who have relied so much on sports, people who have relied so much on you name it. And now they see those things destroyed. They see those things torn down because they aren't God. They aren't God. The God of Israel, the one true God. He's the one who created heavens and the heavens and the earth. He's the one who created you and me. He's the one who has all power. And Hezekiah brings it before him. He places that letter before God, and I just imagine him going like, I know who you are. I know who you are, God. Oh, so good. Oh, I know who you are. You're the one who actually has power. You can rescue us. And so, Lord, rescue us. And then all the kingdoms of the earth will know that you alone are God. No, now listen to this. This was one of the big things. All right, you ready for this? This is so cool. The picture of Jesus. Do you see it here? Oh, I didn't see it at first. But in verse 19 it says, now, O Lord our God, rescue us from his power. Then all the kingdoms of the earth will know that you alone, O Lord our God. Do you hear it? Oh! All the kingdoms of the earth will know that you alone. The Israelites are about to be destroyed. If they are destroyed, there's no Messiah. The one who came to die, the one who came to rise from the grave, the one who is going to return isn't going to come. And Hezekiah lifts up to God and says, I know that the only way for us to continue on, the only way for what you have planned to happen, is by you preserving your people. And if you read on, he does that. So good, so good. But the picture, all the kingdoms of the earth will know that you alone, O Lord, are God. And so you have all these things pressing in. During this time, you have Sennacherib and death. Death is going to happen to Israel. And instead, what we see in the midst of it, while all these other nations, all these other people have leaned on these other gods in their lives, they haven't held them up and they have faced death, thinking that God will save them. Today, we look to things like money, sports, control. Ooh. We look to these different things in our lives, and those things will not protect us from the effect of sin. The effect of sin is death, separation from God. God created us to be with him. Our sins separated us from him. Sins cannot be removed by good deeds and good works. They can only be removed by a perfect sacrifice. And paying the ultimate price, Christ died for us. He died for you. He died for me. And he returned us. He gave us that returned relationship to be with God the way he created us. And it's available to everyone. And it's life. It's eternal life that starts now and lasts forever. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait until we pass away. So good. And because of Hezekiah's faithfulness in the midst of that darkness, and he acknowledged who God truly is, he prays and he puts those things before God, and God saves his people. God had a plan in it all, baby. And so today we have coronavirus. Everybody's freaking out about. And you know what? It's good to be smart, right? It's good to be smart, social distance, things like that. We don't want to spread it purposely. But only the Lord our God can rescue us with his power. And here's the cool thing. When we look to faith in Christ and what he's done for us, and we look to living that out and expressing that and showing that and exempling that in our lives today and now in the middle of coronavirus 2020, all of the kingdoms and the earth will see that you alone are Lord our God. That's it right there. That's it right there. What a phenomenal, phenomenal promise and truth for us today. Coronavirus isn't the end. Because you know what? Viruses only rely on sin. Sin tampered with. Sin broke what God created from what it was supposed to be. And because of what Jesus did, and because he's going to return, and because we have the opportunity to have relationship with him, that virus is going to die. So good. I can't help it. So good. Oh. Yes. Yes. The fear that we see so big around us today, it's not from God. That's a fear because we can no longer control what we thought we could control. That's what I see. That's what I observe. But paying the price, Christ died for us. Ha! So good. And people say the Old Testament isn't still living today. Jesus is there. Jesus is there. Oh, so good. The beautiful thing, and I love this so much, is it's not about what I can do, because good works pale in comparison to perfection. And good works and good deeds can never make up for the sin that we've committed in life, the sin that has plagued us. Only the sacrifice of Jesus Christ as the perfect sacrifice for us, and his resurrection from the grave, defeating death and returning us to relationship with God. Only in those things, and placing our faith in him. It's by grace through faith, man. That's it. That's it. That's all it takes. All it takes. I love it. I love it. Man. And so to Alive, I know you've been a part here before. Sneezy, new to us today, man. I love that you guys are hanging out with us. Anyone else who's here, that's what this channel is about. I want this channel to be a place where you can be encouraged to know that you are loved, that you are careful, that you are cared for. My tagline, Naz, who's not on with us right now, he told me I need to share it almost every stream if I can. Alive, I shared it with you the other day in your stream. You all listening and watching right now are unique, unrepeatable, beautiful, and intelligent miracles of God. You are made in his image. You are made with a plan and a purpose. He loves you. I love you. I respect you being here. I just love that you chose to be here and a part of this community. And I look forward to what can happen and what's going to happen as we look to just spread the gospel into the airwaves, right? Into the virtual world. Man, so good. If I was charismatic, very charismatic right now, I'd get up and start dancing, but I'm not. So I'm just gonna dance in my seat. Oh man. Yeah, I tell you what, I was convicted this week of I have not read enough of the Old Testament lately. I've been focused. I'm doing a plan with other people through the New Testament and reading through the New Testament in this year. But one thing that's done is it's kind of halted me reading the Old Testament, and it's just as necessary today as the New Testament is, because we have the New Testament, we can see how God has been at work and how Jesus is the picture that's being presented over and over and over and over and over and over and over again in the Old Testament. Oh, when you look at the Old Testament with the lens of Jesus, it changes everything. It changes everything. Even as simple as Hezekiah's prayer in 2 Kings. I don't know when the last time was I read 2 Kings, like If I'm honest, I don't know if I ever read 2 Kings through completely. I don't know that I have. Be honest with that. But regardless, I need to. I need to. And part of me now, like from reading that, and one of the cool things about is that we prayed through that. And what I mean by that is we went through and we prayed through in similar way of like, what are you seeing here with like laying the your heart before God in the same way Hezekiah lays the letter before God. You know, what's written on that letter? What are the idols in your life that you're setting before God that the darkness and the enemy are coming in and destroying, because it's not true. It's not truly God. That doesn't hold power. Only the Lord our God holds power. And just being able to pray, giving him praise, being able to ask of him like Hezekiah asks of him, and like, Lord, rescue me from this. You know, confess, Lord, maybe I've held video games in a higher place than you. Maybe I've held, I don't know, chasing relationships and sex and things like that. Maybe I've chased that more than you. Maybe I've even chased family more than you. That's a convicting one all the time. Because I know Alive, you and I had this conversation the other day about where we always want to be balanced. We want to make sure that we are first and foremost ministering to that ministry which we've been given, which is our family. But we also need to make sure that our family does not come in above God. Man. But one of the, I shared that because it's such a cool thing. Like, one of the things I've been encouraging as many people as I can, I've been encouraging my teens from my youth group, is that sometimes we get to a point of like, I really, like, maybe I don't know what to pray. I don't know what words to use. I don't know what to say. We can go to just a passage of scripture and be able to pray that back. We can observe what is happening in the scripture and we can pray accordingly. You know, he lays out his stuff before God. He lays out the letter before God. We can lay ourselves out before God. Lord, what's written on me? We can acknowledge who God is like he does. You're good. You're holy. You're powerful. You're the creator of heaven and earth. And we can go beyond that then and acknowledge, Lord, this has been something, I admit to this, right? The confession. I admit that I've done this. I admit that I've looked to this as an idol in my life. And then we can look at, but I acknowledge right now, Lord, King David did this awesome in the Psalms, right? I acknowledge that you are God, that you are the creator, that you are powerful, that you are good, that you are. Man, we can keep going with that. And being able to, Lord, and there comes the ask, right? And like, I think too many times we hop right to the ask, and we need to dwell on a little bit of who God is and putting a mirror on ourselves, letting, like, oh my goodness, I see this. This is, oh Lord, clean this, you know, before we ask him for things. But when we do that, I think it puts our hearts in a place to where we can truly be asking according to the desires of our heart being matched up with the desires of God. So good. Uh-oh. I don't know if anybody just saw that there in the chat. But that's funny. I have a background music app playing, Pretzel Rocks, and apparently it shares a link every time it shares what song is playing, which if you're not paying for the free version, you have to allow it to, which is why every time it changes, you guys see that in chat, which isn't a big deal, right? You can kind of see what the song is and such. But apparently, I got to check this on Streamlabs. If you try to share 15 links, I think it is, then it deletes them. That's hysterical. I'm gonna have to change that. Yeah, your own bot's getting swatted. Yeah. Get them out of here. That's awesome. So those are those small things, right? About still figuring out, but that is funny. That is funny. So, man, I hope you guys are encouraged by that. That's just something that I've seen this week. I've been, you know, it's been on my heart this week, and got to pray with some brothers in Christ. on Tuesday with Wednesday, sorry, and so this afternoon I am actually here going to be hopping off stream for a second to be able to get some lunch, and I gotta change setup, and I'm actually gonna be doing a gaming stream this afternoon. I'd love if you guys jump back in. Probably gonna be streaming some Destiny, just hanging out, chatting with the community as well. So it might be more of a how to die montage than how to win. But hey, I'm gonna still do my best to delete people. Okay, that's still gonna happen nonetheless. But thank you guys for being here, being a part of the conversation, being a part of the community. I hope that you're encouraged, dude. Go and listen to those songs some more. Go and add them to your playlist. They are phenomenal, and they're such hype songs. I think they're hype songs. You know, that's me personally. But then again, I guess I'm easily hyped, easily excitable. So. There was another one. Pretzel Rocks got swatted again. Not today. Get them out of here. That's awesome. Hey, so actually, this is something I want to leave you guys with, and we can talk more about this on future streams. I actually am really curious. I would like to look into getting some emotes. I really would like to look into that. I think they're a lot of fun to be able to have for a community to be able to use in their community. And so, as you guys interact, I'd love to hear some ideas on some emotes. One of the things, as you can see, my logo it's the Delk, right? It's an elk and then the D for the Delkery, right? And I'm from an area where people love to hunt, and so it kind of goes along with what I've been around a lot of my life. And one of the other things, Delkery, the name actually comes from something that was given to me when I was in college. Some of my buddies used to joke with me in different conversations and stuff when I would say things that either were like face palm or they were like super, I don't want to say super intuitive, but they were just like kind of moments, whether it was good or bad, that would be like, they would call it straight Delkery. And so speaking of sneezy, I was thinking about that would be the name of my future podcast. What do you think? Straight Delkery. And it actually meant basically the idea of being straight, just straight mischief, straight heresy, straight. And it wasn't actually heresy or anything like that, but it was just a fun poke kind of thing. That's just straight crazy. What are you talking about? And so straight Delkery, baby. But that's where that name Delkery really comes from. My last name is Delker, and just added that Y on there because it came out as more of a straight crazy moment, right? Straight crazy thing. So in the future, you're going to see some Delkery on this channel, and that's okay. I have come to terms with it. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm going to get some food. I encourage you. Well, I don't actually. It might not be food time where you are, but alive, I think it might be for you. But I'll be back on in about an hour. Might not be right at 1:00 Eastern time. It might be more towards 1:15. And I'm gonna set up my stream. We'll be back on there, and I'll see you guys then. And I always end with this way because I want you to know you are unique, unrepeatable, beautiful, and intelligent miracles of God. You are made in His image. You are made with a plan. You are loved. I hope you can be encouraged. I hope you can find hope to know those things. So, I'm trying, working, and kids. I eat when I can. That's funny. All right, man. Well, hopefully now this allows you to eat a little bit, and I hope to connect with you guys here in about an hour. All right. Anyone else who is in the chat, I want to encourage you guys. You can hit that follow button. Hit that heart and hit that bell so that way you can get a notice of when we go live on here. And also just here are the socials, letting you know if you want to see updates on Twitter, if you want to connect on TikTok. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a duet together. I don't have a problem with that. I love that. Love it. But always trying to spread the love and the joy and the hope of Jesus through family-friendly community and content. So, love you guys. I'll see you guys in about an hour. And hey, there Naz is. Good to see you, bud. I'll see you probably. You might be on in this afternoon, right? See you on Destiny. All right. See you guys. Let's see. I'm going to try out this end of stream. Nope, it's not working. All right. See you guys.